So here's my Vanguard tier list, and this is going to be from my experience of being Eternity Plus every season, hosting every single pro tournament, and having conversations with some of the pros, and also just watching the pros either dominate me or, you know, we squeak a W by. Magneto, best shield tank in the game. Adding another hit scan does nothing but make him more valuable. They didn't touch his kit at all. His kit, besides the buff that he got for some reason recently, Magneto is obscene, no questions about it. Just so good. Emma, her kit, even though she's got a nerf, puts her more in line to be realistic. Still disgusting. Everything that she does, she shuts down dive and brawl very well. Like things that like Cap that can be really annoying. Even like Hulk, Strange shut down ultimates. Like she's just got a ton of shit she can do. Emma is so good, and I'm not biased because she's my favorite by far. I think that Groot and Thing are the only two that should go in A/S. Because I think the Thing is actually really good now, but Groot is so good into Thing, super good into Thing, and like is a huge counter. So Groot's kind of back on the table, and you may be saying like we've slowly been seeing a decrease in Groot in terms of like the meta, but now that Wolverine is literally an insta ban every game, Groot is much more threatening again. And like a slight nerf to the Punisher turret and stuff, although like the damage for Phoenix can kind of help with walls. It does help with walls. I think that the removal of Wolverine from every single game makes Groot super good. I think that these three are all A. So let me walk through it. Doctor Strange, with Emma banned, is back into being unbelievable. Emma's just a big problem for Strange. I think I love playing Strange when Emma's banned. It's pretty much my immediate pick nowadays. Strange is really good into these two picks as well. He don't shield his ult off. He gets big ults that way. Cap is the best dive tank in the game right now. Really good with Psylocke because you just bop people into the sky and have Psylocke finish him off. Cap is very tanky and annoying to handle. He's such a distraction. Even more so than Venom, I'd say. And then you've got Hulk, who I think at the top level of team play is obscene, super good. But Emma really shuts Hulk down like bad. And I think that Hulk, when you don't have really focused team play, is difficult to get a ton of value with, although his ult can be strong. And it helps Namor be really good. Tank, or he's a tank, but he's also just like so distracting. The most distracting tank, best dive tank in the game. Really good with Psylocke in those heavy, more pressuring comps. Strange is really good when Emma's banned out. It's just that simple. When Emma's on the field, he gets significantly pushed down the tier list. And Hulk's really good in team play and focus and good comms. Outside of that, he struggles a bit. His exile is really good, though. And his ult can find value. It's like, I would rather play Venom than Cap because I just put more time on Venom. And I think Venom's slow is nice. His right-click slow increase is actually pretty nice. I don't think that he's, like, better than Cap by any means. I'll put Venom at the bottom of A. The worst out of all the A's dive tanks. I'll put him at the bottom of A. I personally would rather play Venom. This isn't my bias. This is just my truthful take. I personally would rather play Venom, but I think Cap is better. Yes, Venom keeps getting buffs. Venom will be at the top of the meta at some point. I agree with Keyshawn 1000%. And I want that to happen because I personally love playing Venom. I find that I can get a lot of wins when I pop off on Venom if we're really struggling getting onto somebody in the back line. And this is something that I want Penny mains to rejoice with. At the top ranks of this game right now, the Penny one tricks are winning a lot. Penny, if you are really good with Penny and understanding mind positioning and playing her like a third DPS, or like I honestly think you play Penny when you run triple, chat, potentially. There's a conversation to say you run her with triple and you run her with like a heavy shielding mag. Thor it's like, how could I describe this? It's like you move into a new neighborhood and you meet all your neighbors, but then the next door neighbor just wasn't home. There wasn't home, and the lawn hasn't been done in a while. It hits Halloween time and their lights are off, and you're like, all right, you know, I'm not going to drop off like a spooky package at the front door with like treats and a wine bottle to say, hey, I'm new to the neighborhood, like welcome in. Because I don't know if they live there even. Okay. Then they fester a hatred. There was someone living there. It was an 18-year-old boy who got kicked out of his house. He found this old crack house and he turned it into his home. Okay. He gets so frustrated that you didn't drop off the spooky package. He ultimately drops a deuce inside of a brown paper bag, goes over to your house the next morning, sets that on fire, and you try to stomp it out and it just covers you. Right in your eye. You have pink eye for weeks. You get infected. You get sepsis and you die. This character's okay? Okay? I love you guys, but he's not good. They need to change him. They will change him. At some point, he's going to get the Thing treatment. His bubble, his dome is going to turn into a shield. I hope. Turns into a shield, like a bubble shield, and then he'll be better. He needs something. He needs something that helps. He's just not great, guys. He'll have something that'll change his kit and make him better. Until that day, I rejoice when I see a Thor on the other team. I can't remember the last time a Thor stayed as Thor on the enemy team. Okay, here we go. Magneto, best tank in the game. Shield's great. Another hit scan in the game does nothing but help him. Emma, the nerf will put her more in line. Still probably the best tank in the game. It's just that Magneto will see more play because Phoenix is good and you're going to want a shield. If no one else, like great for solo tanking if you need to too. Emma can't do it as well. And his ult's disgusting. But I love Emma. And I love her ult. Groot, now that Wolverine is banned in every single game, as he should be, as is tradition, please stop playing that character. He's busted. I hope he gets a quarter season nerf. I think he will. Now that Wolverine's banned every game, you'll see a lot more of him, and he will be far more threatening. He also very much helps counter this character, who's in a lot better of a place. The thing is in a much better place now. Gets a ton more value with his kit, just in general. Being able to damage reduce yourself while you charge into a backline vulnerable strat is crazy. But you just throw up a Groot wall and then Thing can't run away and he perishes. Best dive tank in the game, Cap. That simple. Works really good with Psylocke, who's disgusting still. And that synergizes better than almost anything. Especially if you have like an Emma to give Psylocke the double clones. And then if Cap and Psylocke are on the same page, you win the game. I love Doctor Strange, my second most played tank. I only play him when Emma's banned, though. He struggles into Emma immensely. Emma's disgusting into him, but when she's gone, he's really good again. Hulk is really good in team play. Hulk is really good in team play. 489 hot, thank you for the follow. Really good in team play, but he's difficult to get a ton of value with, has a very high skill ceiling, probably the highest in the game. His exile is also really good. And his bubble's pretty good, but he's more situational, I would say. You can't play him all the time. If you do, there will be situations you get bodied into, and now that even the Yancey Street's pretty good again for Thing, and that he could chase down Hulk better, it's just another thing to annoy Hulk. I think Venom is a worse Cap. I think Venom will find his day in the sun. I think he will get very good at some point. I think they're slowly buffing him. I think his right-click buff is pretty good. I think the slow is nice. Just think Cap's better. Penny, you play her like a DPS. That's why, in terms of a tank tier list, I can't really put her up here. But the Pennies at the top level are winning more than any other character in the game. I don't say we look at win rates too often, chat, because pretty much it just means, for the most part, win rates typically mean the character is easier to get value with. So if you're forced to switch to something else, for example, Rocket, a lot of people that are forced to play Rocket, it's pretty easy to hit the top of the skill ceiling with Rocket, even if you don't have a lot of time with him. But that is the only time I say that's maybe not true is with Penny, because her skill ceiling is crazy. So the one tricks for her just do crazy shit that you just don't think to practice into. You don't understand how to deal with it, and you pay for it in blood. So there's a conversation for Penny to be better, but as a Vanguard as a whole, not the best Vanguard, but pretty good as a third DPS. And then the worst tank in the game is still Thor. They will change his kit, and he will be meta at some point. Thor mains, you will rejoice then. For now, not the best at the top level. But if you're finding value with him in whatever rank you're in, feel free to play him.